Hi everyone, welcome back to Mix Our Band, recording your band on a budget in the real world. My name is Alex Murphy, and today I'm going to cover a rarely talked about but very, very powerful technique called upward expansion sidechaining. It's where instead of pushing down like in compression sidechaining, we're going to expand things upward. It's a really powerful technique. Let's get at it. Let's start off by looking at this project. We have a bass and we have another ARP thingy. And we have another pluck type of ARP. We have some hi-hats, a snare, and we have a kick. In a previous tutorial, I was talking about sidechain compression. Now, we all know what sidechain compression is, and in fact, I have a great video about it that's not just your typical sidechain compression, and you can click that link right here to, well, wherever it is, and check that out. Today, we're talking about Sidechain Expansion. It's a really great tool for things like ARPs, hi-hats. What I've done is set up an expander. This expander is being driven by this snare drum. Now, this is the actual snare drum in the song up here. That's the one you're going to hear. Like in the other tutorial, which I suggest you go and check out, I copied the snare and put it on its own track so that I don't have to send this to a bus and then go to and pick that up from a bus. Here we go. I'm going to listen to this ARP real quick. Now I'm going to turn on this expander. Every time the snare hits, it's lifting that ARP. This is a great way to create movement. The ARP was cool like this. Okay? But this could be cooler. We can control that right here with the threshold, the ratio, attack and release time. This is not specific to Logic. This can be used in any DAW. Just get your expander. It has the same controls. It'll have a threshold, ratio, gain, knee, attack, and release. Remember, snares coming out of this track. This is without. This is with. Gain match them. Without, with. You can make it really snappy. Bring the release down. I kind of feel this out. And the cool part is that you don't have to have the snare playing exactly every time this snare plays. You could cut out every other snare here. And now it's only going to happen on the second of each beat. Without. With. That's sweet. Okay. Let's take it one step deeper. By the way, if you've been enjoying or getting something out of the video, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing so that you can be the first to be notified as soon as the next video comes out. There are some really cool things coming down the road. Let's get back to it. And I'm going to this hi-hat right here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. It's a hi-hat loop. Pretty consistent. A little too consistent though. I'm going to do is turn all of these snares back on, because in this case, having all the snares on, this is without, with, without, with. And again, you can move your trigger snare, whatever's triggering that sidechain. Every time it hits, that item gets louder. Unlike in the compression one where we're turning something down, this time we're turning something up. And it really helps to create more locomotion, a little bit more interesting. And one last thing to this is that I've set this up for you guys that are not in Logic. This is the 4000E channel, and it has an expander on it. Cool part about using this is that you got all your EQ, your full channel strip that you can work on the sounds. Let's see if we can make it really snappy. Yeah, that's sweet. How sweet is that? Okay, I did the same thing here on the hi-hat. All right, turn it off. Now we can turn it on. How cool is that? Sidechain expansion can be a great way to create different types of rhythms, locomotions, and feature certain items in your mix on a rhythmic basis. It's a really great and powerful technique that I like to use all the time, and you should try to incorporate it sometimes in some of your productions. Thanks for watching.